Okay. All right. So we are going to talk about yapping, and I'm going to figure out how to open up a new tab so I can show you how to do it. We have a whole hour long presentation about yapping. How excited are we to go through Yapping 101? So I'm going to start yapping here in a minute. We're just going to get this open for you, and then we're going to talk about how to yap on camera to millions of dollars. And I've made a lot of money yapping on camera, and I'm going to put you on the sauce so you can do it as well. I think there's nothing better that you can do for your business than to learn how to yap, because you are going to be able to do an amazing promotion for your business, and you're going to be able to do an amazing amount of things for yourself, whether it be dating or friendships, anything else like that. So learning how to yap and knowing how to yap is the single biggest thing that you can do to help your entire life across all different aspects of it. So let's get into the content. So level up their life and content because they're scared, right? People think it's a million different things. They think that they have a content problem. They think they have a communication problem. They don't. And it's even deeper than that. They have a self expression and a fear of being problem. And that is really, really tough. I want you to know that that's not just tough for you, that is tough for everyone. It's tough for all humans across the board, but that's okay because I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that so that you never have this problem again. Because once you can make past the problem, get past it, you're going to have a whole world open up to you that you've never had before. And it's super, super exciting. So, how do we do that, right? Because a lot of people are thinking, I don't know what to talk about. I don't think anyone would care, even if I did talk about something. Uh, I need better ideas. I need a better camera. I need a better niche. Once again, all of that is all surrounding one core wound. And the core wound is you're scared, right? You're scared. That's what it all dives down to. So, how do we overcome this fear and level up ourselves and level up our yapping abilities and our content and everything else in our life? Well, let me show you how to do it, because the real problem is you're filtering yourself, right? You're filtering yourself. You're scared. So, you are going into analysis paralysis. And analysis paralysis kills all momentum, and it kills pretty much any forward progress that you're going to make, because you are, instead of being authentic to yourself and showing up on camera and just expressing yourself, what you're doing is you are stopping and you're scared and you're allowing yourself to get held up by things that are in your head. Expressing yourself, what you're doing is you are, okay, I just want to make sure my live feed works before we got into it. So, why do most people freeze on camera? Well, most creators believe that they freeze because they don't know enough. That's wrong. Most people freeze because they're managing perceptions, right? They're sitting there and they're thinking to themselves, what's my boss going to think? Do I sound smart? Am I boring? What if someone disagrees? What if my friend sees this? What if nobody watches? Those are all valid concerns, but none of them matter, right? So the moment you start monitoring yourself, you stop expressing yourself. And when you stop expressing yourself, two things happen. Expression creates content, right? And then not only does expression create content, is when you start monitoring yourself, you show up differently and you feel less authentic. So if you're being less authentic, you are going to absolutely bomb and get obliterated on these platforms, because this platform loves authenticity. Love authenticity. Authenticity, I want you to keep in your mind, is the most important thing for yapping and on any social media platform ever. So if you're scared and don't know what to do, just go back to the idea that you need to be authentic. Now, authenticity starts with not being scared and not self monitoring. So I want you to try this. We're going to do some act and come back with a full video about this later. Okay, wait, nope. Do we have a good connection? Okay. All right. So I want you to see how you sound, right? Do you sound kind of different than how you thought you'd sound? Probably do. Your tonality is probably a little more relaxed. Your voice is probably a little more relaxed and calm and not nervous. That's exactly what you want to channel when we get into yapping on camera or lapping on lives, whatever it is. So once you record yourself, go back, listen to it. You're not posting this, you're just doing this to see how you sound when you show up authentically, and you want to channel that to everything that you bring to your content. So try to now go to a next level. I want you to record a 2-minute video explaining why you chose your current career. Now, what you're going to do and what you're going to see with that is that you might tense up a little bit. You might have some cringe moments that you think to yourself, this is cringe. I don't about this. That's good. I want you to write down all those cringe moments and write down why they are cringe. Also, you can join the 30-day yapping challenge. We have a wait list right now for it because I'm still building it out. So you can jump on the email list and just I'll notify you when we do open it, and then you can choose to join or not, from there. But at least you got your space saved, and I will email you first, right? Because we're only going to do, like 50 people or so. So every time you cringe, I want you to write down why you cringe on that video talking about how you came up with your career. And then part two, there's 3 levels of yapping. Most people never get past level 1. Level 1 is information. What are you going to yap about? You can yap about facts, tips, how-to content. This is where beginners live, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're getting started, a good example of topics to get started with was 3 ways to yap for more clients. Just, anything that's useful, right? Level 2, once you kind of get the hang of that, level 2 is experience. What happened to you? Stories, mistakes, lessons, observations, examples. I lost $50,000 because I ignored this red flag. Personal experience is going to be how you level up from just that useful content. And this is kind of where you want to start to live, because AI is destroying all that information based content, right? Level 3 is identity. This is where the professionals people live, right? This is, I used to believe hard work solved everything. Now we're discussing beliefs, identity, psychology, transformation. This creates connection. People love creation and people remember stories. People buy. Part 3, the 4 to this exact presentation in more detail. Opinions. I love this one. What do you disagree with? This is the best way to smear a niche. Why you don't, your biggest embarrassment, your hardest conversation. And then observations. What are you noticing? Why everyone's addicted to optimization, why founders struggle with content, why people can't make decisions is some of the stuff I talk about in my psychology channel. Action, write 20 ideas from each bucket. Now, the videos idea that you're coming up with here is not going to be the titles that you necessarily use. You just want ideas that when you go and turn on the camera, it can spark something in you, right? So number 4, the YouTube advantage. It'd be really awesome to start to put some content on YouTube, because if you want part 7, the question method. If you want to find endless content ideas in your niche, just go to Reddit, type in your niche, entrepreneurship, psychology, nursing, gardening, whatever, and then just look at the top trending questions and then record yourself answering them, make them into videos. Bam. The no script framework. Here's a little outline. Start with a banger hook, spend 80% of your time thinking about the banger hook, and then 3 little sub points, and then an amazing conclusion. You can come up with that in a couple minutes, and that is what you're going to just keep in your mind as you yap, just to hit all those points, and then bam, you're good. That is literally what I've done to win an extemporaneous speech, statewide #1 medal, and then get into the nationals, and then lettered in that, and then also used it to make over $600,000 on YouTube, just yapping with no scripts. That's exactly what I did. That's the same framework. So 30-day yapping challenge, go ahead and join that. It's on a wait list right now. I want to make sure you get the most maximum value. There's some other yapping challenges going on, but the price is theirs. But I haven't finished it yet because I do want to make sure that it's going to pack a punch.